Hi, I'm Kathy Dawson. I'm a tutor with Seeds of Literacy, and today's lesson is all about prepositions. So, what is a preposition? You hear it probably, but maybe you don't know exactly what it is. So, the definition of a preposition is a word usually before, preceding, or before a noun or a pronoun describing a relationship to another word in the phrase or a clause. So there are a lot of these words, prepositions. So I put together a list for you. Um, Above, across, against, along, among, around, at, before. I mean, behind, below, beneath, beside, between, by, down, from, in, into, near, of, off, on, to, toward, under, upon, with, and within. Those are a lot of words, and they're often used in a phrase or a clause. Sometimes they're at the beginning of a sentence, and sometimes they're at the middle of the sentence and ending the sentence. I know someone who described the meaning of a preposition as something that can, like a worm that can go around, in, under an apple. I mean, not every word applies, but many of them do. So if you visualize a worm in an apple, a lot of these words work, like the worm is going toward the apple, or the worm is upon the apple. The worm is with the apple. I think it's a great analogy. Anyway, um, the relationship between the noun or pronoun and another word in the clause includes things like direction, place, time, cause, manner, and amount. And so here are some examples we'll go through. She went to the store. So the prepositional phrase here is to the store, starting with the preposition to. That shows a direction. In which direction is she going? She's going to the store. The next one, he came by a bus. So the preposition is by, that little word, and the phrase would be by bus. And this shows the manner in which he came. He came by bus. Another one, they will be here at 3 o'clock. So the preposition is at, the phrase is at 3 o'clock, and it shows time. So you can see how this is working with these little words that create a phrase that have a relationship. It is under the table. This shows a place. Where is it? It is under, that's a preposition, prepositional phrase, under the table. Okay, so those are some examples. So what I did was I put together 3 paragraphs, and if you were here in the lesson, I would be asking you to underline the preposition and or the prepositional phrase. So I'll do it for you, but feel free to just do it again on your own once we're done here. Darren walked into the classroom. So the preposition is into, prepositional phrase is into the classroom. It's a location. He put his backpack under the table, looked at his watch, and realized he was 10 minutes early. So in this sentence, he put his backpack under the table. That's the prepositional phrase, and the preposition is under, looked at his watch, and realized he was 10 minutes early. He began to study before the class started. So the preposition is before. And again, you can look back at that paragraph of all the prepositions and match them. The class started. So before the class started is the prepositional phrase. Before the 10 minutes were up, comma, the professor walked into the classroom with 20 students. Now this is interesting. Before the 10 minutes were up is the prepositional phrase. Notice it starts the sentence. Sometimes it starts the sentence and sometimes it ends the sentence, like the one before where it says before the class started. The professor walked into the classroom. So into is the preposition, into the classroom, which is a location, is the prepositional phrase. With is a preposition. So with 20 students is a prepositional phrase. Across the room, another prepositional phrase beginning with the preposition across. Darren saw a good friend of his and waved. The desk behind his desk was empty. There's a preposition behind. The phrase is behind his desk. And then someone put a hand on his shoulder. So where did they put the hand? On. On is the preposition. On his shoulder is the prepositional phrase. Darren turned to find his best friend was in the seat, prepositional phrase. Preposition is in. Behind him, another preposition, prepositional phrase. So those are kind of almost back to back. He realized he would like this class. So not all paragraphs have this many prepositions in them, but I did that on purpose so that you'd be able to identify them. So when the lesson is over, I take a highlighter, print it out if you have the ability to, or use the computer to highlight the prepositional phrases. And again, refer back to that most common preposition list there, just to refer to it so that you can confirm that those are exactly prepositions. So that is our little lesson on prepositions for little words. So have a good day.